Sir William Crookes was a brilliant chemist and physicist. He discovered the element thallium. He developed the Crookes tube, which was the forerunner of vacuum tubes. No question of his scientific abilities. And as many scientists back in the late 1800s, he was interested in spiritualism, particularly in Florence Cook, a celebrated medium who supposedly was able to materialize the spirit of a woman called Katie King. Crookes undertook an investigation of Florence and actually invited her to his home to organize a number of seances so he could study this embodiment of a spirit. Well, he had heard about how Florence had been tied up in a cabinet, secured to a chair, the doors closed, but there was an opening at the top of the cabinet where the face of Katie King would appear at a position which supposedly could not have been reached by the tied up Florence, and when the cabinet was opened, she was still tied up. So he thought that this needed further investigation, and he would engage in this in his own home. So there indeed were a series of seances, and Florence would go behind the curtain, lie down on a couch, and within a short time, the spirit of Katie King would materialize and emerge from behind the curtain, clad all in white. Crookes actually took pictures of the spirit, including a picture with himself, arm in arm with the spirit. And although this spirit had a striking resemblance to Florence Cook, and she looked and felt like a woman, somehow Crookes was totally convinced that she was the materialization of a spirit. Now, how a man of science could be taken in by trickery in this fashion is hard to imagine. Oh, perhaps it was arrogance, thinking that he was far too clever to be taken in by treachery of this sort. Or perhaps it was just pathological science, giving up the proper scientific method and just follow wishful thinking. However, another theory has been proposed about this rather bizarre situation, and that is that Crookes developed a romantic relationship with Florence and kept the seances going and the myth of the materialization to hide an affair while his wife was in the bedroom upstairs. Who knows? We will never know what actually happened, but I think it is a good bet that this very, very smart man of science, William Crookes, was taken in by a crooked medium. And that is our Cup of Joe for today.